Associate Professor and Head of the Department of English. Today we are going to see the fourth unit, that is the famous speeches. Why is it important to know the famous speeches by great people? Famous speeches by great leaders and thinkers have a profound impact on society and history, shaping minds, inspiring movements, and influencing positive change. Here are some of the reasons why these speeches hold lasting significance in the society. The first one is inspiration and motivation. The iconic speeches such as Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, "I Have a Dream," or Nelson Mandela's inaugural address inspire individuals to pursue justice, equality, and personal growth. They ignite passion and offer hope, encouraging people to strive for a better world. When you see the guidance and leadership these speeches has given, provide moral and philosophical guidance, addressing challenges and offering a sense of direction during times of uncertainty. Leaders like Churchill during World War II used speeches to instill courage and resilience in people facing adversity. It serves as a catalyst for social change. These speeches have sparked transformative movements where Mahatma Gandhi's words, for example, mobilized people for independence and civil rights respectively. These speeches continue to resonate, remind us of past struggles and the ongoing pursuit of justice. When you see the cultural and historical legacies, these famous speeches preserve the values, challenges, and aspirations of their time. They are educational and provide insight into pivotal historical moments, ensuring that future generations understand the struggles and victories that shaped their world. It is a universal message, of course. The wisdom of these speeches often transcends a specific context, touching on universal themes like freedom, unity, peace, and perseverance. These timeless messages continue to be relevant, often insight into human nature and values. In this unit, you will learn two speeches by great personality. One is Toni Morrison and Swami Vivekananda. Toni Morrison, who was an American novelist, essayist, editor, and a professor whose work profoundly influenced American literature and explored the themes of race, identity, and humanity. She was the first African American woman to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1993, which was recognized for her powerful storytelling, evocative language, and the depth of her character portrayals. Her novels are known for centering Black voices and experiences, often revealing the struggles and resilience within African American history and culture. Her notable works are The Beloved, which is a novel, and The Bluest Eyes, again a novel. The themes and the style of Morrison's writing is characterized by lyrical prose, symbolic depth, and layered narratives structures that delve into the complexity of Black identity, womanhood, and family. Her works frequently addresses the psychological and social effects of racism, capturing the resilience and strength of Black communities. The legacy and influence Morrison's contribution has extended is beyond her novels. As an editor at Random House, she championed Black authors and voices, helping shape and more inclusive literary landscapes. Her work continues to inspire and challenge readers and writers globally, urging them to confront uncomfortable truths and to see beauty, power, and humanity in often overlooked stories. Through her profound exploration of language and storytelling, Morrison remains a monumental figure in literature and social thought, celebrated for her dedication to illuminating the Black experience and reshaping American literature. You know, the Nobel Prize acceptance speech is very important. So, Toni Morrison's Nobel Prize acceptance speech, delivered in the year 1993 upon receiving the Nobel Prize in Literature, is a powerful and poetic exploration of the responsibilities and impact of language. Morrison, celebrated for her evocative storytelling and exploration of African American identity, reflects on the role of language as both a tool for oppression and a force for liberation. Her speech is structured around an allegorical tale about a wise, blind woman questioned by young people who challenge her understanding of truth and language. The theme of this speech is the power of language, which is the first one. Morrison emphasizes language as a living entity with immense power to shape thought, identity and action. She warns that language can become a tool of oppression when it is misused, yet it also has the power to liberate, heal and transform. The responsibility of storytelling, which she considers as the second one, she calls on writers, thinkers and all who use language to carry the responsibility of truthfully representing human experience. She underscores that language should not be static or simplistic, but should engage with complexity and humanity. The role of imagination and empathy is also portrayed in her speech. Morrison champions the importance of imagination, suggesting that language fosters empathy and bridges divides when it dares to explore diverse voices and perspectives. So, through this Morrison speech, it is both a call to action and a profound meditation on the ethical responsibilities of writers and artists. She suggests that when language is allowed to stagnate, society's humanity and compassion risk being lost. Instead, Morrison urges creators to resist simple narratives and invest in language that empowers and liberates. Her speech resonates beyond the literary world, encouraging people in all walks of life to recognize the significance of words in shaping a more just and inclusive world. Her Nobel speech remains a timeless tribute to the transformative power of words, urging us to use language to cultivate empathy, preserve cultural identity and celebrate human dignity. Next speech is Swami Vivekananda's speech, which was delivered in Chicago. Swami Vivekananda was an Indian Hindu monk, spiritual leader and a disciple of mystic Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, who played a crucial role in introducing Indian philosophies of Vedanta and yoga to the Western world. He is best known for his stirring speech at the Parliament of World Religions in Chicago in 1893, where he began with the words "Sisters and Brothers of America," which resonated globally, highlighting his message of unity, tolerance and universal brotherhood. Swami Vivekananda's teachings promoted interfaith harmony, selfless service and the idea of spiritual unity beyond dogmas. His teachings and philosophies are based on universal brotherhood, which he believed in the fundamental oneness of all religions and human beings, emphasizing that every individual has the potential for divinity. His philosophy advocated for respect among different faiths, promoting peace and understanding across cultural divides. And he also portrays the self-realization and inner strength. He urged individuals to cultivate inner strength, self-discipline and confidence, stressing that spiritual growth and self-awareness are the keys to achieving personal and social transformation. So, as a message to service to humanity, Vivekananda taught that serving others selflessly is an expression of worship. He founded the Ramakrishna Mission to promote social service and humanitarian work, inspiring people to live purposefully and compassionately. And it is a message for nationalism and youth empowerment. Vivekananda saw India's potential and called on the youth to rise above colonial oppression and work for India's spiritual and social regeneration. His ideas on character building and self-reliance influenced generations of leaders in India's freedom struggle. And the legacy of his influence, Vivekananda's legacy, endures through the Ramakrishna Mission and his writings, which continue to inspire millions of the people worldwide. His ideas on spirituality, culture, pride and service have profoundly influenced thinkers, leaders and movements in India and also abroad. His life and teachings continue to motivate individuals to seek personal excellence and practice compassion and strive for harmony and social justice. Swami Vivekananda remains an enduring symbol of spiritual enlightenment, national pride and service, inspiring people to realize their potential and contribute to the world. The Chicago Address by Swami Vivekananda at the Parliament of World Religions in 1893 was a powerful call for religious tolerance, unity and mutual respect among all faiths. Beginning with the words, "Sisters and Brothers of America," his heartfelt greeting won the audience's admiration and symbolized his message of universal brotherhood. Vivekananda emphasized that all religions share core values and path towards truth, urging an end to fanaticism and division. He celebrated Hinduism inclusivity, describing it as a religion that believes in acceptance, not just tolerance of all faiths. By advocating for the world where diverse beliefs coexist peacefully, Vivekananda sought to inspire global harmony, reminding humanity of its shared spiritual heritage and interconnectedness. His message continues to resonate as a call for compassion, unity and understanding across religions and cultural boundaries. The importance of Swami Vivekananda's Chicago Address is that he is addressing at the Parliament of the World's Religion on September 11, 1893, which is considered as one of the most impactful speech in modern history. His words not only introduced Hindu philosophy and Indian spirituality to the Western world, but it also underscored themes of tolerance, unity and religious harmony. So, here is why Chicago Address holds a lasting importance. So, introduction to Indian philosophy to the West was the main aim. So, Vivekananda's speech was one of the first times that Indian philosophies such as Vedanta and yoga were articulated to the Western audience. His words offered a refreshing, inclusive perspective, inspiring curiosity about Indian spirituality and fostering interest in Eastern philosophies. When you see the promotion of religious tolerance and unities, Vivekananda called for an end to religious intolerance, emphasizing the shared values of all faiths and the importance of interfaith respect. His vision of universal brotherhood resonated globally, promoting peace and understanding across religious and cultural boundaries. So, when he was countering Western misconceptions in a time when colonialism often misrepresented non-Western cultures, Vivekananda's speech provided an authentic and dignified view of India and Hinduism. His articulation presentation broke down stereotypes and inspired respect for India's spiritual heritage. It is a symbol of Indian identity and pride, where Vivekananda's confident representation of Indian culture became a source of pride and inspiration in colonial India. He presented Indian spirituality as a profound and valuable, planting the seeds of a cultural and spiritual awakening that would later fuel India's independence movement. So, it is an inspiration for the global spiritual seekers. His message of unity and the universality of divinity inspired spiritual seekers worldwide, catalyzing the popularity of meditation, yoga and spiritual practices in the West. His ideas continue to shape global spirituality, fostering open-minded exploration of various paths to enlightenment. And it is a timeless message of brotherhood. Starting his speech with Sisters and Brothers of America was Vivekananda's words echoed a universal brotherhood that still resonates today. He urged humanity to look beyond narrow divides and recognize the interconnectedness of all people, a message that is relevant to the modern global issues. The enduring legacy of Swami Vivekananda's Chicago address remains a beacon of tolerance, unity and universal spiritual ideals. His speech continues to inspire advocates and interfaith harmony and serves as a reminder that mutual respect, understanding and compassion are essential for harmonious world. When you compare the analysis of Toni Morrison's Nobel Prize acceptance speech and Swami Vivekananda's Chicago address, both Toni Morrison's Nobel Prize acceptance speech, which was delivered in 1993, and Swami Vivekananda's Chicago address, which was delivered in 1893, are celebrated for their profound impact on audience. Yet each approaches different themes through their respective cultural and spiritual lenses. While Morrison's speech delves into the responsibilities and transformative power of language, Vivekananda's address emphasizes religious unity and tolerance. Here's a comparative analysis of both the speeches. If you see the theme of unity and humanity, Morrison is examining the power of language to either oppress or liberate, or highlighting language as a mean to connect people and foster empathy. For Morrison, unity comes from storytelling and language that honors the dignity and diversity of human experiences. While Vivekananda in his address promotes the unity of all religions, emphasizing that all faiths, despite the differences, ultimately seek the same truth. His message was a plea for universal brotherhood and an end to religious intolerance. When you see the impact on identity and culture, Morrison's speech, which was delivered on the Nobel Prize Acceptance Day, celebrated African American culture using her platform to discuss how language shapes cultural identity. Morrison challenged narratives that excluded or marginalized black voices, stressing the importance of stories that reflect genuine cultural experiences, whereas Vivekananda introduced Hindu philosophy to the West, countering misconceptions and promoting pride in Indian spiritual heritage. So, his speech became a defining moment for Indian identity, especially during a time when India was under the colonial rule. And the message on responsibility. When you consider the responsibility, which Morrison argues that those who use language, especially writers, carry a responsibility to tell the real thing or the truth and resist over simplified oppressive narratives. She urges writers and thinkers to use language to challenge oppression and promote liberation. Whereas Swami Vivekananda calls on religious followers to practice tolerance and respect, viewing religious diversity as a strength, and he believes that each person has a responsibility to foster peace by understanding and respecting each other's faiths. So, when the legacy and the timelessness of these both speeches, Morrison in her speech continues to resonate within literary and social justice in communities, inspiring writers to use language as a means for social change and cultural preservation. Whereas Swami Vivekananda in his speech remains as an iconic in interfaith dialogue, and his message of religious harmony is still relevant as a framework for global peace and understanding of this world. So, in conclusion, I would like to tell you that both Morrison and Vivekananda used platforms to their challenge the status quo and advocate for unity through language and understanding. They remind audience of the transformative potential of words and actions to break down barriers, foster empathy, and create a more inclusive world. Their speeches, though delivered a century apart in 1893 and 1993 and focused on different topics, converge in their vision of humanity united by compassion, respect, and commitment to truth.